Hey there, what's going on guys? Today let's check out 10 seeds for Minecraft 1.17 on Minecraft Java Edition. This video is recorded in Minecraft 1.17 pre-release number 3. These seeds do not work for Minecraft Bedrock Edition and are only for Minecraft Java Edition. For coordinates and information about the seeds, there is a link in the description to a blog post on my website with all of that information. Alright, let's get started. Let's go ahead and get started with this seed, which spawns you inside of a taiga biome. The reason I really wanted to share this seed with you guys is because it has two different ruined portal villages nearby the spawn point. The first ruined portal village is towards the southwest of spawn. The ruined portal sits on the edge of a dark forest biome and right next to a village farm. Inside of the ruined portal chest, I found this loot, which includes a golden apple. This village also happens to be a blacksmith village. Here is the loot I found inside of the blacksmith. The second ruined portal is towards the northeast of spawn. I really like the location of this village. It's surrounded by trees with small plains being inside of a forest. Could be a cool building location, I think. Inside of the ruined portal chest, I found this loot. The 2 obsidian blocks make it really easy to create a full working nether portal. Finally, I wanted to share the stronghold in this seed too, because it generates partly within a ravine. I love when this happens. The coordinates I'm providing go to the portal room, which has no eyes on it. So yeah, overall, I think this is a pretty cool seed with 2 ruined portal villages super close to spawn, including one with a pretty awesome building location. Now we have a really awesome seed with both a Mushroom Island biome and Mesa biome at spawn. Having 2 of the more rarish biomes in Minecraft right at spawn is incredible. The Mushroom Fields biome is a decent size and it's obviously near the mesa, near an ocean, and near a mountain. The Mesa biome is actually pretty huge, which is fantastic. Inside of the mesa, I was able to find the Eroded Badlands variant, which is my personal favorite variant of Badlands. Also near the Mushroom Island are some icebergs in the Frozen Ocean, another really cool biome to have near spawn. I love the look of icebergs in Minecraft. Within those icebergs you can find this shipwreck. Sort of has the vibe of the shipwreck actually crashing into the iceberg. The shipwreck is oak and spruce. Inside of the first chest I found this loot. Inside of the second chest I found this loot. And inside of the third chest I found this loot. Finally, if you travel past the mountains near spawn, you can come across a savanna biome with a village. Now I really wanted to show you this village because of this shipwreck. It's a full spruce and dark oak ship that's on land. There's 2 village buildings that actually generate connected to the ship. Inside of the first chest I found this loot, inside of the second chest I found this loot, and inside of the third chest I found this loot. I think this is a really cool spot. But yeah, this is an awesome seed with 2 pretty rare biomes right at spawn. Next, we are going to look at a jungle temple seed. Before pointing out the obvious, I wanted to share this cool location nearby spawn that I think could be an awesome place to build. This little lake area with the terrain stretching up high creates a unique looking place. There's also a ravine here which can be used to get some early game ores. I also found some dripstone blocks and pointed dripstone at the bottom. Okay, right at spawn there's a jungle temple. Inside of the jungle temple you can find this chest with some loot, and this hidden chest with this loot. Also pretty close to spawn you can find this ruined portal. You probably want to get here quick though because the lava might catch the jungle on fire. Here is the loot I found inside of the chest here. If you travel directly east from spawn, you'll come across a mesa biome. Looking at the map I created using Mind Map, you can see that the overall size of the mesa is pretty large. As always, it's exciting to find a mesa. There's also a village on the edge of the mesa too. The village is also on the edge of the jungle. Pretty much as close to a jungle village as you can get. So yeah, this is a great option for those looking for a jungle seed, especially for creating a unique build. Here is a seed with a spawn on a desert island. I'm pretty sure this may be the first desert island seed I've ever featured on my channel. There's a first for everything, I guess. You can check out the map to see that it's a pretty big island, but it's an island nonetheless. You also can see that spawning inside of the seed puts you inside of a village. The village looks pretty cool, with 2 of the paths stretching into the ocean. I always love when that happens. Towards the north in the seed, we can find a frozen ocean. I mean, icebergs are always cool by themselves. However, when you travel through the ocean a bit, you'll come across a really cool location. This spot has both an ocean monument and a ruined portal. You can see that the ruined portal is actually buried a bit by gravel. Digging around a bit, I got to the chest which has this loot inside. As for the ocean monument, you can do all of your ocean monument needs here like a guardian farm, or you can do that here. This ocean monument is actually a bit closer than the first one we showed, but it's towards the south of spawn. This one is actually pretty close to the mainland too. I like the look of monuments like this with kelp all around. Overall, a pretty different type of seed here, with the spawn being on a desert island. This next seed we're checking out is absolutely wild. For the sole fact of the terrain looking crazy, I had to share this seed with you all. At the spawn of this seed, we have a taiga village next to a mountain biome. The two clash and create this absolute mess here. I mean, just look at how insane this looks. Just absolutely absurd and outrageous, really. The paths look wild on the mountain, and I love seeing the village buildings on top of the mountain. The farm here looks cool in this location too. As for the village alone, I really like this building here. I think it's one of the better looking temple buildings for all of the village variants. There's also a blacksmith within the village with this loot inside of it. Finally, I want to point out that if you dig down to the coordinates on screen, you can see this amethyst geode. A nice chance to grab some of the new 1.17 blocks just by digging down at spawn. Speaking of 1.7 features, given that this is a mountains biome at spawn, you'll probably find some goats nearby. I love the look of these guys. I really needed to show you guys this seed just for the fact it looks so wild. Getting into the final 5 seeds here, we have this seed with a desert temple village right at spawn. As for the village, it's a decent size with a bunch of small buildings. The desert temple is right on the edge of the village and an ocean. Inside the temple, there is a small collection of smooth sandstone. I even had a villager get inside. Here is the loot I found in the first chest, the second chest, the third chest, and the final chest. Out in the ocean, you can see a small collection of icebergs in the tiny frozen ocean. Doesn't really fit in with the desert vibe, but it's still cool to see when looking out in the ocean. If you're looking to build, maybe getting rid of them would be a priority. Right near the icebergs, you can find a shipwreck underwater. It's a jungle and spruce ship. Inside of one chest, I was able to find this loot, and inside of the second chest, I found this loot. If you travel out a bit further into the ocean, you can find an ocean monument. Monuments are one of my favorite looking structures in Minecraft. It's very useful having one so close to spawn. Finally, the last thing I wanted to show you is this location further into the desert. You can see that there's this small village with one farm and a collection of small buildings. There's also a mountain range nearby. What makes this village worth checking out is the ruined portal that's right nearby. You'll need to find a bit of obsidian to get this portal into a working one, but there is a couple of blocks in the chest. So if you're looking for a desert, this may be a good option for you with a desert temple and village right at spawn. Next up, I want to share this survival island seed. You spawn on this small island with a good division of grass and sand. On the island, you'll find some oak trees, birch trees, sugarcane, and some flowers. I like this little indent on the island here. The island is surrounded by icebergs. We've seen that a couple times in this video, so I don't really want to repeat myself, but just know that seeing icebergs in the distance off of the island is really awesome. The last thing I wanted to show in this seed is another island nearby. This one is definitely different as it's an island village. It's a decent sized village with some buildings and paths stretching into the ocean. There's a blacksmith building inside of this village too. Here is the loot I found inside. If you're looking for a different Minecraft experience, this survival island may be something for you. Entering the final 3 seeds, let's check out the first of 2 mansion village seeds in this video. I spawned into this seed on an island in the middle of a lake. To the west and northwest, we can find the village and mansion. Let's start by showing off this plains village. You can see much of the village generates inside of the dark forest. This village is actually really cool because there are 4 different church temple buildings that generate. Not sure how rare that would be, but I do know that I don't really see 4 temples in one village too often, that's for sure. As I always do, I'm providing the coordinates to the front entrance of the mansion. On the bottom floor of the mansion, I found this maze room with some loot at the end of it. On the second floor, I found an arena room with this loot on the top section of it. And on the top floor, I counted 7 rooms, including my favorite room, this chicken room. If you're looking for the stronghold in this seed, it's only about 1500 blocks from spawn. Honestly, that's really not that far of a travel to a stronghold. I'll give you the coordinates exactly to the end portal room. If you dig out of this corner of the portal room, you will dig right into the new amethyst geode. If you didn't know, it has basalt on the outside section, then a layer of calcite, and then the amethyst blocks and amethyst buds on the inside. So yeah, we had a seed here that has a mansion and village right near the spawn of this seed. Now let's go ahead and check out this seed, which spawns you inside of a savanna biome and right next to a desert. Within the desert is a village, as you can see. Overall, the desert is a pretty standard one, though in the middle of the village there is a massive cave opening. And there are some floating torch pillars above it. There's also a ravine right next to the village too. Inside of the ravine, I found some glow lichen, along with some copper ore. For me, a glow squid spawned down here too somehow, which was pretty funny. If you travel northeast from spawn, you'll come across a desert temple village. However, this village is even more rare as it happens to be an abandoned zombie village. It also has 2 blacksmith buildings. Inside of the first blacksmith, I found this loot, and this is the loot I found inside of the second. You can see that the temple is right on the edge of the village. Here is the loot I found inside of the first temple chest, and the second chest, and the third chest, and finally the last chest. If you travel in the opposite direction of spawn towards the southwest, you'll come across a monument in the ocean. This monument is in a warm ocean, and there's a coral reef right nearby. It's a cool generation for the monument with a ravine going right into it. There's also an ocean ruined portal right next to it too, about 100 blocks south. The bubbles coming off of the magma blocks is always a cool sight. Here's the loot I found inside of the chest. So a pretty cool seed with a desert village at spawn, but also a desert temple zombie village close by spawn too. Finally, to finish off this video, we're ending off with this mansion village seed. The village generates in this small section of Plains Village, which is surrounded by a dark forest. There really isn't much to say about the village. It's just a fairly typical small Plains village really. Well, that is except for this bit of the village that generates inside of the mansion. And when I say inside, I mean within the cobblestone foundation. On screen now, you can see the coordinates to the front entrance of the mansion. For size perspective, on the top floor of the mansion, I found 7 rooms, which includes this hidden room, which is, well, fairly underwhelming of a room, I'd say. That's just the beginning of what we're seeing in this seed though, because in the desert near spawn, you can find a desert temple village. I mean, the village just has a few buildings, so let's get straight into the desert temple. This is a loot I found in the first chest, the second chest, the third chest, and the final chest. Also within the desert, you can find a pillager outpost. This outpost generates with 3 cages and a tent. At the top of the outpost, I was able to find this loot. Just southwest of the outpost, we can find a big ruined portal. I really love the look of those big ruined portals. Definitely look a lot better than the smaller ones. This is the loot I found within the chest. About 1400 blocks away from spawn is our final location in this seed. Of course, this is a stronghold. This stronghold is actually connected to a mine shaft, and there's an easy opening to an amethyst geode due to that. Inside of the geode is actually a minecart chest, and look what I found inside of it. A diamond, glowberries, and an infinity book. Now I'll give you the coordinates to the portal room for this stronghold. This portal has 2 eyes on it, and there's actually 2 entrances to the portal room. In this seed, we saw a ton of different locations to travel to, but it all started off with that mansion village at the spawn. Well, there you have 10 seeds that are working for Minecraft 1.17 Java editions on Minecraft. Again, I recorded this video and tested all of the seeds in Minecraft 1.17 pre-release 3. Definitely check out my blog for all of the coordinates locations shown in this video. In the comments, share some seeds that you think people may want to check out. If you want to help me out, feel free to leave a like. For more Minecraft videos, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for all of my future videos. Alrighty guys, that is going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'm out of here. See ya.